Assalamu alaikum students, I hope you all are well, safe and healthy at home. Welcome to all of you in this class of Semantics, and your course instructor Farzana Khan is here with another topic, politeness strategies. Dear students, in previous class you were taught about the politeness theory of Brown and Levinson, in which although we have talked about certain basic strategies of politeness, but in today's class we will talk about the more division of those politeness strategies, means what are the different types of positive politeness, what are the different types of negative politeness. So these all points will be discussed in today's class. Pay close attention to the lecture to understand more concept about politeness theory and to understand very well the politeness strategies. Well, first of all, we'll talk about the phase concept, which has been given by Brown and Levinson in their theory of politeness. Although we have already discussed about phase, but for discussing the further kinds and types of positive negative politeness, it's better to have a look on all those concepts which are very important for understanding the politeness strategies. So phase, a person's feeling of self-worth and self-image, a person's self-identity which the person wants to present and project in front of other persons. Actually, according to Brown and Levinson, there are two kinds of phase, positive phase and negative phase. Positive phase refers to our need to be accepted and liked by others, and our need to feel that our social group shares common goals. While negative phase refers to our right to independence of action and our need not to be imposed on by others, means negative phase wants freedom and positive phase wants to be respected. So face-threatening act, an illocutionary act, which is able to damage another person's reputation or which can threaten other person's face. Face-threatening acts are divided into two types: acts which are threatening the negative phase and acts which are which are threatening the positive phase. You know, I already told you that negative phase wants freedom and positive phase wants recognition, acknowledgement, and respect. So any sentence, any utterance which is attacking, which is opposite to the words of the negative phase, that will be called threatening to the negative phase, and any utterance which is opposite, which is against the wants of the positive phase, will be called threatening act for positive phase. So act threatening the negative phase of the addressee are the orders, because negative phase wants freedom, and when someone is giving order, it means the person is direct attacking to the requirements, to the wants of the negative phase, and that will be called act threatening to the negative phase or phase threatening act. Requests, similarly threats and warning from the speaker towards the addressee. Well, threatening the positive phase of the addressee are offers, promises from the speaker. Well, according to Brown and Levinson, there are four basic strategies for doing phase-threatening act: mild on record, positive politeness, negative politeness, and off record. Let me tell you what are these strategies and what are the further types of these strategies. Mild on record strategies. These are those strategies which are directly attacked to the face of the listener, the addressee. These provide no effort by you to reduce the impact of the face-threatening acts. You will likely shock the person to whom you are speaking to. You embarrass them and make them feel a bit uncomfortable. However, this type of strategy is commonly found with people who know each other very well, means in frank way, in frank environment, and are very comfortable in their environment, such as close friends and family members. For example, an emergency help, task-oriented give me that, request like put your coat away, and altering like turn your headlights on. So these are the examples of bolt-on strategies. We can say these are in these sentences, bolt-on record strategy has been used. Well, bolt-on record strategy can be treated as speaking in conformity with Guy's maxims. These maxims are an intuitive characterization of conversational principles that would constitute guidelines for achieving maximally efficient communication. Cases of non-minimization of the face threat, maximum efficiency is very important, and this is mutually known to both AS and H, means it is mutually known to both speaker and hearer, and no face redress is necessary. For example, help. There is no need to say, please help me, could you help me, would you help me. You can simply say to other person, help. And cases of face-threatening oriented bolt-on record usage, it is oriented to face. This illustrates the way in which respect for face involves mutual orientation, so that each participant attempts to foresee what is other participant is attempting to foresee. For example, come in, don't hesitate, I'm not busy, etc. The other strategy is positive politeness, and there are multiple positive politeness strategies. Positive politeness, it is usually seen in groups of friends where people in given social situation know each other very well. So it usually tries to minimize the distance between them by expressing friendliness, and solid interest in the hearer's need to be respected, means where face-threatening acts are minimized. For example, attend to the hearer. You must be hungry. It's long time since breakfast. How about some lunch? Avoid disagreement. What is she? Small? Yes, she is small, smallish. I'm not really small, but certainly not very big. Means to attend the hearer in this way and avoiding the disagreement. These are positive politeness ways. So these are the different types of positive politeness, means different positive politeness strategies. According to Brown and Levinson, there are further 15 positive politeness strategies. Number 1 is notice, attend to hearer, his interests, wants, needs, and goods. Number 2 is exaggerate, interest, approval, sympathy with the hearer will be shown here. And number 3 is intensify interest to H, means intensify interest to hearer. Use in group identity markers, address form, use of in-group language or dialect, use of jargon or slang, contraction and ellipsis. The 5th strategy is seeking agreement, mean talking on safe topics, and repetition, means repeating. If someone is saying, do you agree with this point, and you are replying, yes, I do agree. So here the repetition of the word has happened. Similarly, she is tall. Yes, she is tall. So in these two utterances, there is the strategy of seeking agreement has been used through the repetition and while talking about the safe topics. Avoid disagreement, token agreement, pseudo agreement, white lies, and hedging opinions are used to avoid the disagreement. And presuppose, raise, assert, common ground is the 7th positive politeness strategy. Well, the 8th strategy of positive politeness is joke on any lighter topic. Assert or presuppose speaker's knowledge of and concern for hearers' wants. This is another strategy. Offer promise is the strategy number 10. Be optimistic. This is another positive politeness strategy in which all the sentences, all the utterances in which the hearer or the speaker is trying to be optimistic, we can say these are positive politeness strategy. Well, strategy number 12 include both speaker and hearer in the activity. Give or ask for reasons. This is a strategy number 13. Assume. Strategy number 14 is assume or assert reciprocity. And 15th strategy, give gifts to hearer like goods, sympathy, understanding, cooperation, etc. These are the 15 strategies of positive politeness. Well, negative politeness. The main focus for using this strategy is to assume that you may not be imposing on the hearer and not giving any type of instruction, but you are making actually the space for the hearer. Therefore, these automatically assume that there might be some social distance or awkwardness in the situations. For example, be indirect. I'm looking for a comb. Instead of saying, give me a comb, one can say, I'm looking for a comb. Means you are giving option to other person to respond to in the positive or in the negative way. Well, forgiveness. It's another negative politeness strategy. You must forgive me, but minimize imposition. I just want to ask you if I could use your computer. Here the imposition means the freedom of the hearer has been minimized just to fulfill the negative wants, face wants of the hearer. Well, these are the negative politeness strategies. Be indirect, for example, by using indirect speech acts. Question or hedge, for example, we can say by asking questions such as, could you do this for me? Could you help me? Etc. Be pessimistic about things, for example, by saying, this probably won't be necessary, but minimize imposition on the other person, for example, by saying, I just want you to ask if you could, and give deference, for example, by the use of certain address form. Well, the negative politeness strategy number 6 is apologize to the other person by indicating reluctance or begging forgiveness. And strategy number 7 is impersonalize things by the use of plural you versus I. And the other strategy is state the imposition as a general social rule or obligation by using request as a noun rather than want as a verb. Number 9 strategy is go on record as incurring a debt or not indebting to the other person. And strategy number 10 is nominalize. Well, off-record strategies, which are indirect strategies, you are removing yourself from any imposition whatsoever. For example, give hints. It's cold in here. Be vague. Perhaps someone should have been more responsible, and you can be sarcastic or joking. Yeah, he's a real rocket scientist. Well, off-record strategies are 15 strategies. Give hints. Giving association clues. Presuppose, understate, overstate, use tautologies, use contradiction, be ironic, use metaphors, and use rhetorical questions. Strategy number 11 is be ambiguous, be vague, overgeneralize, displace age, displace hearer, be incomplete, use ellipsis. Well, dear students, these all are the different types of positive politeness, negative politeness, and off-record strategies. So in previous class, we talked about the theory of politeness, in which we have discussed all about the basic terms and concepts of this particular theory. And in today's class, we have specifically talked about the types of strategies, in which we have discussed there are four basic strategies: off record, barred on record, positive politeness, and negative politeness. Along with this, we have disclosed that positive politeness has further 15 strategies. Negative politeness, there are 10 negative politeness strategies according to Brown and Levinson. And according to Brown and Levinson, there are 15 off-record strategies. I hope all these points are pretty clear in your mind. In case of any confusion, you may contact me and you may text me in the WhatsApp group, or you can post your queries in the discussion room. So here I'll wind up the session. Take care. Allah Hafiz.